Oh my god, we're streaming the tiny rogues. Oh, how's it going, buddy? How's it going, Wraithbow? How's everybody doing? How's it going, Gadrius? How's it going, Mellum? Thank you very much for the 5 months. Very much appreciated. Maybe I'll start easy peasy with the warrior today. Just get something nice and easy in. Oftentimes when I play this character, I want to... This and the samurai, I'm like, I'll do a bleed build, and the bleed build never works, but I'm going to try. How's it going, Levershot? Cross Demon Hunter at some point today? I could probably make that happen. Man, what I can't make happen is accuracy, apparently. Dumb Twitch needing me to refresh the page. Sorry. How's it going, Aries Bird? Seems to be a theme this week on making things bleed. I don't know how to respond to that. So I don't want to use a key for that beef. I do want the beef, but not for a key. But I guess I got another key. They're going Phantom Summon. Now I can get some beef. I guess I'll get some boots about it. Right, I walked right into that. There we go. Hey Lee, do I plan to release a video to finish Astro Prospector? I mean, yes. If you saw it on the end of the previous one, we're like, we're gonna finish it. And I mean, we've been continuing to play, so of course we're gonna finish it. We wouldn't get to the almost end and then stop. That'd be crazy. As far as Neon Abyss 2 is concerned, the last video did pretty middling, so I don't know how much more we'll do on YouTube. It might be something that I pull up more on stream. We will see. How's it going, Mr. Lai? All these are kind of meh. Yeah, I will say YouTube as a whole has been pretty slow lately. Subscriptions, like my subscription rate is as low as it's been in a very long time. So I don't know if it's just a YouTube lull or a change in the algorithm or something, but it's been rough. And then that wasn't really helping. How's it going, Chef? Oh, it's the Twiddler. We could twiddle. How's it going, Tiny? Just in time for the twiddling. How's it going with Chef? How's it going, Firewolf? How's it going, everybody? Chef got a cool hat today. That sounds cool, and it also sounds hat. only got 2 keys. I want to get a little more decks. Oh, have fun, the Gherkin Tiny. On skill use Grim Berserk. Nah, I don't think I want that. Damage from your skill inflicts vulnerability. Ailments and debuffs inflicted by skills have 100% effect. That would make my bleed bleedier, theoretically. I don't know if I'm going with a bleed build now if I'm twiddling. But I don't necessarily have to be twiddling. We'll get this, because it kind of leaves my options open. Bombs and bombs. And dynamite, which is bombs but items. Let's go accessory. Alright. The additional riffraff has been dealt with. Oh. Hit him right when he went underground. That was a mistake. I will say that the fast-hitting nature of the Twiddler gets my skill back against bosses relatively quickly. Almost got it back already. How's it going, good today? I am indeed twiddling. Invincibility duration is added to the duration of my buffs and debuffs. That's interesting. You can use that for a while. And then we already got a little bit of evilness, so why not lean in? Extra damage at close range, which works with our twiddlosity. And then you know what? I'll grab this one. And then we'll get our last evil from Black Market, hopefully. Ow. The twiddle of despair. This could be more stats, and the backup armor is only backup. But a better weapon. There's no such thing. Look, I'll pick up, if there's like a very bleed-centric weapon, I'll consider my options. Is there a set item that I would particularly like here? I mean, I got 3 keys, we can look. the Goodness Ring, even though I'm 3 evil. And the Shaman Mask, which wants me to do nature damage stuff. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna do anything for me. I'm contemplating not even picking them up because that's going to influence my other things. I could bring them to a pawn shop, but we just passed a pawn shop. But it is floor 3. If I get a black market in a tavern, then I can sell them there. So, got that going for us. Of course, the tavern is locked to waste one of my keys, and then it's not even going to have a black market. Okay, it did have a black market. I was prepared for it not to. There's our last evil. Saxophone, twin shot crossbow, random contraband. We're definitely getting the physical damage. Definitely getting the treasure find. Unlikely to do cold damage. Well, do you buy dynamite? Dang. Everyone's like, saxophone. Yeah, well, saxophone is super not what this character is built for, thank you very much. I'll try my hand at contraband. Power per mana container I have. No. Cost me 1 gold to look. If I really wanted to fish for something, I could gold dye. Why not? More contraband. These fish are quite nice. I'll check the contraband because then I could sell it, and then I can sell some other stuff just to make sure that I can afford some of these fish. Unlucky hit, inflict fragility. There's extra damage over time taken. That works more with the bleed situation, but my lucky hit chance is currently 0. I don't think I'm gonna go lucky hit, so I'm gonna make the business decision to sell it. Let's see. Don't really care about that. So I'll get just enough to also buy that anchovy. How's it going, Xian? The theme of the current run is the bleeding twiddler, I guess. Yeah, if we get bleed on slashing, then I would be forced to reconsider my weapon options. See, that's a pain door. But I can get gloves that do bleed stuff. Ooh. I just hate that. I'll just die to the dumb boss, that's all. Yep, there it goes. There's a Phoenix Feather gone already for no discernible reason, because I'm just bad at video games. Stats from strength when I want to go mostly strength, or just get more strength. Or Warlock Gloves, which theoretically works with bleed, I guess. All of these are decent options. The sweater this early is okay. It doesn't do anything on its own, but it gets me more strength over time. Just extra stats from strength. Look, if I'm going bleed, and it sounds like that's what we're gonna do, then the Warlock Gloves is technically more bleed adjacent. God, can I stop getting hit by everything right now? Jeez. There's no bleed set. There's the Butcher's Apron, there's the knife, the Warlock Gloves gives me extra damage over time, there's stuff like that. How's it go, coffee now? I could probably just go for a beef and just really lean into the strength of it all. The blessed hammer. Hello, Mr. Robert J. Is there a dex-based / ranged orbital weapon? Flail for melee orbital, Bible for magic orbital. Yeah, the gunchucks maybe would be your best potential option. Don't need bombs or infusion. I guess I can use money. I'm pretty broke. Holy moly. Free holy. Ah. Man, am I gonna use my other res immediately on this cursed run of mine? That doesn't really do me any good because I don't have any armor to repair. I don't want a ranged weapon. don't really want dexterity, especially because I'm beefing. Pole arm has extra threshold. And armor break. Scales better off of strength. It's not twiddly, but gloves or boots. Break everyone's armor. How's it going, Arnold? Move shoot per curse, damage against fiends, on dash gain dexterity. None of these are particularly good, but I have a little curse, so nah. +3 strength, +3 dex, fire weapon upgrade level. That said, this character gets attack speed per heart container I have, so I should, now that I have maximum evilness, I should save all of my souls for extra hearts, because that is both safety and damage. Arden requests a pet run. Alright, we'll see what we could fit in here. I've also been requested a demon hunter run after this, so we'll try to fit them all in. Also, that said, as much as I'd like to save my souls, I gotta recover. If it was floor 6, I would have considered risking it and just waiting for the nurse, but it's still a floor away. God. They just... Nah. Making up the rainouts in the botch season. Nice. Well done, sir. Okay. Let's see what we can find here. The old Buster Blade. And the old Gatling gun. This is a slashing weapon. So if we get that thing, that bleed on slash, then this will help. Can we make a cloud build? Potentially? Maybe? I mean, what makes a cloud build other than just having a Buster Sword? You want to go real literal? There's a Nimbus Cloud that I can get. Ooh, Petrified Heart. That is super good for us. Shop or just more money. I think I'm just gonna grab the money for now. Also, I was using bombs to blow up those rocks. I should be using the dynamite I have in my pocket. What I don't have in my pocket is a key for that frickin' meat shank. Oh well, I will for that trapdoor, I guess. If that's something I want to do. Well, I got keys. Flying to Scotland this Monday and staying for 2 weeks. Well, that sounds like fun. I hope you have a good time. Ow. Alright. Damage per food pickup. Just extra magic find. Event rooms give us extra stuff. The magic find might help us find what we're looking for. The panda mask is the only thing where I don't have to give anything up. The warrior armor, I give up a heart, which also gives up 10% attack speed. This is potentially future stats. It's between these two for sure. I'm gonna gamble on the future. I was gonna reroll, but spending a bomb for extra money is not a terrible idea. Dynamite, yep. I read that as I pressed the bomb button. It's a hard habit to break. Tally of 3 attacks do 2 damage. The Glimmer Shred. Oh man, I can inflict so much stuff. And this is considered one-handed, so I can use the offhand. Maybe do something like that for now. I don't know. Let's see. Crushing hit chance can get rid of my crit. Crit chance per dex. Power per soul. Teachings and strength is fine. We can hold that in our back pocket in case we find something bad. And then beef. Hi, my Mr. Ribbit. Donbury's Seaweed. How's it going? Really cool for either traits or equipment that allows you to change the type of physical damage you deal, like changing thrusting to bludgeoning. That would be pretty cool. Buy tomes for gold and ranged weapon. I don't think I like either of those. But beef. That's what's for dinner. Fire and blood is something that I am going to want long term. Hand of Hearts is also not bad considering how we want to have a lot of heart containers, so that's not terrible. But if we're going for bleedy stuff, then... And then we are doing burny stuff right now as well, so... It sort of works. Do I want to continue with this weapon? Not really, because it doesn't do physical damage. It does elemental damage. And if I get the slash into bleed, this won't help. How's it going, Greater Toby? So I think I'm going to not level this weapon up. That blood chest over there is pretty nice. At this point, do I care more about the wine? I guess I do. Let's see, 2 red dice. Depending on how much I want extra red dice for 20 gold. It's a little too expensive, I think, for now. Okay. That was technically stuff. Well, there's the Warlock Hood, which will give us an aura and more necrotic damage. Sure, why not? We were using the gloves because it gave us extra damage over time, but sure, we're the Warlock now. Get the extra heart here. Borger. Don't need 3 int. I still don't need that int. Don't really need the bombs either. I have 3 keys. We'll go for obsidian chest here. Pawn shop's not terrible. Beetle armor. Yeah, okay. I know we're giving up the magicness of it all, but beetles. I'll make Bunny happy. I'll get rid of my favorite weapon in the game because she always yells at me about it. I'm gonna use the dynamite on this treasure rock. Blacksmith keeps tempting me, and I keep wondering if I'm going to be stuck with this weapon for the rest of my days. Oh, hold on. There, I'm out of dynamite. I could definitely use better boots. Could also technically use a companion. I don't have one. You know what? I'll spend a key to get a friendo. I think he's done. 15% chance for attacks to repeat. Extra rage and fury effect, which could be good. Boss defeated, recover 1 heart. This is good if I get rage. If I get that axe that does both, that'd be really fun. This is good in general. I'll do the hopes and dreams build. And then I won't get what I'm looking for. Is there a hard mode? No, I'm playing in the hardest mode there is. For now, anyway. More beef. How can a robot bleed? That's the question. Yeah, oil, internal fluids. Well, that gave me my magic find. And this gave me a detective hat. Ooh, exciting. That's insight. That's just pretty good. Pawn shop is not bad. Getting a cursed blessing could also be pretty good. I have enough money. It would get rid of this stuff out of my inventory, but I think the blessing could be stronger, potentially. Stat I don't care about, stat I don't care about. Or boss reward offer. I guess it's boss reward offer. Despite the fact that I don't care about it, I'll get 3 of it. On tick, bleed inflicts 5 stacks of poison. Radiant damage from me, my companions also inflicts burning passion, which is more burn, but blood infection. It fits the bill of what I'm trying to do. Warrior stash. I'm just gonna keep looking here, maybe. The spore flail. It's not the flail I was looking for. I'll get this just because it's an experience. I don't have any more rerolls. Last key. For a strength, that was worth it. Nah. Alright. Instead of doing radiant damage, I can do necrotic damage. A storbital. Nah. This is just for a chess piece. I'm not gonna waste a golden die here. I think I'll just take that and call it a day. Honestly, I should have put this on before the attunement because I do extra necrotic damage, so I should actually have this one on over the radiant one. Oh, for frick's sake. Go away, you dumb towers. There we go. Epic weapons. Can I find something good? Paper bomb kunai. Sento. Nope. I cannot. Unless. Well, it's a legendary. The tally of 50 attacks triggers Ragnarok. How's it going, Sokitsune? We were trying to do a blood build, and the game doesn't like that I've thought to do things. Weirdly, doing this is actually better, I think, for our current build. I missed. I don't have keys, so I should get it, even though I don't like getting all this extra curse, even if it is giving me movement speed. Alright. We can go in here. Nothing very exciting over there. I don't think I'm going to be using this Ragnarok, if I'm being honest. I think for what our build is, Glimmer Shred is just better. So... it is definitely because of the burn stacking and just the fact that we do a lot of damage over time stuff. And burn is another damage over time. The lightning makes that we do extra damage. There's compounding factors. Do we like tick speed over melee damage? I mean, maybe. If we're really leaning into what we're doing, maybe 50% extra melee damage isn't what we require right now. Maybe it's just the tick speed. Hard to say. I think I'll stick with the beetles. Tick speed would give a whole lot more poison, it's true. But I've made my decision, there's no going back now. You know what, I'm gonna spend my last key. To have more keys. Before I forget, let me fill up my flasks here. Is my weapon enchanted? It's not. Mostly because I didn't think I was going to be sticking with this weapon, but maybe I am. Contaminated. Look, more poison. Just more dots. Many dots. Oh, this place doesn't have wine. Sad. I have no golden dice. I do have more keys for rerolls. You know what? One more round. Various gun things. Okay. His drinks did change, but still no wine. And I don't have enough money to really warrant rerolling again, so I think this is where we're gonna leave it. So, I guess we're abandoning hope for bleed on slash, and now we're just almost exclusively looking for rage, I guess, for the bull, so we can attack faster. Yeah, I don't think it's any of these. Steady strikes is funny, but not what I want to do. This is interesting, but my crit chance is only 5.5, so it's whatever. Modifiers to my movement speed also apply to my attack speed. That's okay, I guess. I have a 30% cursed hit chance, so I could do more dark damage, but eh. I do have the stone, but I still have another level. Yeah, sacrificing my crit for crushing chance is not terrible, but... Let's go, jerk. Cultist Hood. Gives me a missing heart. Effects of debuffs per missing heart. I do apply several debuffs. I apply vulnerability and insight. Something to consider. Alright, some extra keys, sure. There it goes. Nah. Whole lot of meh. I don't want any of that. Haven't played 10 Heroes in a while. I feel like I'm human marathon after the stream. It's a pretty fun game, as it turns out. More heart, more life, more attack speed, more better. Let's see. I can still scale off of int with this weapon if I'm keeping this weapon, so... 3 bombs is probably fine, and I can just work on getting, you know, the XP. Ow. That was a bigger stake. Oh, God. Oh, I got hit by the slowest bullet in the land. Curse Blessing, 'cause why not? Almost got hit by the slowest bullet in the land again. All of these are kind of good for me. I'm gonna go with the poison duration, because I do poison on hit and poison on bleed, and the longer the poison stays on, the higher it can stack up. We'll go Treasure Rock, because if we see another blacksmith, I am going to want to try to upgrade this weapon as much as I can, and I'm going to need money. So I will get keys. That's how that works. Slashing damage from you and your companions inflicts bleed. God damn it. Increase the effect of debuffs equal to my cursed hit chance. That could be decent. What damage are the beetles? Striking damage, of course. And the Torino flag bowl, thrusting. Just in case you're curious. I could get this and just be like, I'll have to switch out my weapon and find something. Or I can just be like, what's done is done. The only bleed I get is from my ability. I'll just get Hex Touch and just call it a day. Alright, I guess we're stacking curses now. Reroll for the ancestral spirits. Yeah, that's probably not gonna happen. Bomb for a little bit extra cash. Perfect. I don't know how useful that's going to be, but we're here. Well, I can't quite get it to 4. Maybe I'll find a whetstone at some point. Always the Book of Crushing Hits. Yeah, but the Hex Touch is good for us. I'm just saying. Like, we do 2 different debuffs. We have Insight, which is just damage taken, and then we do Vulnerability with our skill, which is more damage taken. So, and then we're just gonna get more cursed about it, so it's alright. Crushing hits aren't doing us much good anyway, considering how we're very dot focused. Meh. Man, I gotta stop taking random hits from every freaking thing. The Butcher Apron. Each point of strength additionally grants plus 10% bleed damage. That's really what we're looking for. Frostfire Ring's also not bad for what that's worth. But dang it. Yeah, okay. We do bleed still. Hmm. More strong. I'm gonna get the bomb. Looks like I might need them. Oh, you're still alive. I got plenty of keys, so I guess I'll do this. Ow. Gonna not give up hope that there's an item that will make all of this do better. The Abyss Cloak. Look, maybe instead of Butcher Apron, I just aura. I just emit a dark aura of sadness. I was gonna make sure of it. Columbo versus Batman, who wins? As much as I love Columbo, it's still Batman. The one's a really good detective, and one's a really good detective slash martial artist slash billionaire. I'm converting my movement speed into attack speed. So as much as the aura radius is a consideration, I'm gonna get the movement speed. Could billionaires that exist? Well, that's why Batman's fantasy. Wait. Oh, I don't have the souls for it. Oops. Guess I'm doing this. Ow. The cultist lantern. Man, I can do so much extra damage with the cultist set. I would lose the extra necrotic damage and necrotic aura, and I would gain all of this damage via being hurt. And make my vulnerabilities and insights even more powerful. Modifier shoot attack speed also apply to my poison tick speed. That actually could be hilarious. But this is allowing my debuffs to be on longer, which is specifically my vulnerability, because my insight is permanent. So maybe that's not as good as it could be. So I could do Hand of Poison, or I can do Cultist Lantern. Is Necrosis poison? No. But my poison is poison. And my bleed is poison. But if I do this, that will empower my insight and my vulnerability. Do Lantern without breaking the set. Yeah, but then I'm not going to get the effect for the debuffs. Like, the damage per missing heart is nice. But... eh. I'm more wondering if because this also wants me to keep low health, and I don't want to keep low health necessarily. So I might take this Hand of Poison over the Pain Loop, lean more into that, and then just heal up. And I think that is what I'm going to do. So, just... nah. Okay. Of course you're a stamina potion. Bleh. Does the ore zone start on the outer edge or the inner edge of the ring? I don't know. It doesn't often come down to inches like that. With the amount of movement I have to move in this game. Alright. Just stop hopping and start dying. Hoppy jerkwads. I don't think I have any trigger damage. So I guess I'll get bombs. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Yeah, guess I'll die. Can we all just agree to disagree out here? Jeez. I'm about to die. I should have got the cultist set, clearly. The problem with this weapon is that its range is poor. Well, there's my last resurrection. Two hearts and a dream, and I don't have enough to heal it. Unless... I think the 4 seconds of invulnerability was helping a lot. Yeah, potentially, but yeah, here we are. I think these jumping jackwads are not helping a lot. Slither Wand inflicts poison and bleed. Hold on. It's so not worth it. But maybe. Just maybe. Ow. That seemed to go okay. I mean, I have one hit until death. So there's that. Power. Unlimited power. Let's see. Yeah, that's fine. Sure. Just... I don't know what to do with my life anymore. 1 HP in a dream. 1 HP in a nightmare. Yep, 1 HP in a death. 1 HP and I'm a worthless so-and-so who's bad at stuff. Just remember, kids, don't have dreams. I guess I'm gonna go full dex, so I don't need strength. I was told to hunt demons, so demons I shall hunt. Let's get a tainted dexterity. I can go dex int, I suppose. Chain lightning, sure. We already got a helmet, so we'll do this. Oh, Wraithbow, why would you do that to yourself? I'm so sorry. This'll be decent short term, I think. Key. On dexterity, even though I still don't have bombs. Well, that's unfortunate. Maybe I should have got the bombs. Well, we can illegal bow about it. I just can't afford the fish. I considered selling items, but eh. Oh, 1 dex or a double cursed shrine of double cursedness. It's so cursalicious. Alright then. And then I'll get another regular shrine. Trigger damage. We're doing that. So armor kind of sucks and will outlive its usefulness, so while I don't have charms, charms happen much more frequently than armor, so I'll look at armor first. What's the character skill? The character skill is I make a shadow duplicate of myself that shoots the enemy. Well, I could just grab a quiver. Yeah, sure. As much as I would like a key, I'm gonna take every dexterity I get. I want to be so dexterous. Oh, tainted burger. Delicious double burger in action. No. Intuition is pretty good because I'm going maximum dex. Explosive force is pretty good because I can just go for a full-on trigger build. I think I'm gonna go for the trigger. Explosive force is technically harder to come by because I'm going to be going more dex than anything else, and that's a non-dex skill, so pick it up while I can. Gluttonous Sids. A repeating crossbow. Do I like that better than the Yumi? The Yumi does more damage, has a higher attack speed, and is illegal. So, it's got a lot going on for it. The taint being on the flask refill is pretty whatever. I don't have a key, so I'm just gonna ignore the tavern right now. Oh, and then I'll get 2 keys about it. And then I'll immediately use one of them. If I can get like a Gatling gun on this character, and then get all of the on-hit triggers, that'd be fun. Not gonna waste a second key there. Oh, that is a permanent lightning. That's pretty good. Oh, those are demolition gloves. For a second, I thought they were the lightning gloves, and I was like, oh, yeah. But, I mean, I do explosion damages, so it's, like, not worthless, but it's not good either. We'll go Enchanted Quiver to repeat attacks. I'm already partially evil and partially chaotic. I didn't finish my evil run, but I'm not gonna have time to win all 3 runs today, so I think I lost my opportunity for that. So we'll just go here. Lawful it is. More dice. Let's see what we got over here. Rapid fire bow, which is just, it doesn't do a lot of damage, but it hits really fast, which might be just kind of what I'm looking for. Or we can bounce attacks off the walls, which could be fun. Yeah, but the attack speed on that's pretty slow. Let's look at the rapid fire bow. Yeah, attacks to repeat. This is great for triggering my stuff, and I think that's what I want the majority of my stuff to be, is just trigger all the nonsense as quickly as possible. I have a key. Stats of a lot of variety. I guess I can take Tainted Gold. We are indeed doing some trigger things right now. Yeah, this one's pretty meh, but I won't waste a die on it. If I take off my armor, improving this weapon does improve its attack speed, I think, because maybe it doesn't. This attack speed did go up, I feel like, from what it was, but I don't know why. I don't know what I'm doing. Good night, my chef! I'll probably get something better than this, so maybe I don't upgrade it. Although, I said that last time. Well, I'm in the market for More armor again. With a rapid fire gun and the extra ability, that went real hard, real fast. I will say it doesn't refill very fast. A thunder mask, extra lightning damage. I think that's a pretty good way to go. All enemies considered fiends, and doing extra damage against fiends and undead is nice for a while, but let's... Why is the clone using gun? Because the clone just thinks ranged melee or magic, I believe. It's the same when you're using the ninja. I'll take Tainted Intelligence. I'm praying for Spice Merchant. Spice Merchant would be nice, even though we already have permanent lightning damage on attacks. So fire and poison, I guess, would be the other two. Alchemy potions is nice, but I'm already having inventory space or space issues. I think I'm just gonna take the money because I'll need the money later. I'm often broke and neglect picking up money because money is like the least interesting of the potential options I could take, but sometimes you just need money. Yeah, the Spice Merchant definitely still exists. He's just not particularly common. Gain plus 50% lucky hit chance and gain ×2 cursed hit chance. Now this would be good if I had lucky hit chance to begin with. I want to get lucky hit chance. Well, I mean, this gives me plus 50% lucky hit chance, so that would give me more triggers on my stuff. I just gotta get rid of my curse. That could be okay. There's the Dex to lucky hit chance perk. Yeah. Maybe I roll for that one instead. Oh, but then there's also Trigger Maniac. We gotta take Trigger Maniac. Tainted item stash. I do have 2 keys. It's a little spicy, but that's not what I'm looking for. And neither is that. I was hoping for the lightning gloves. Wow, I got a whole lot of set stuff that I don't care about. Yeah, you put this on. I don't want this 5 strength. Get it out of here. Ick. I'd rather put you back on. I don't want to wear you either. Guess I'll wear you, but I don't like it. 2 keys or 2 dex minus 1 strength. I don't have any keys. I should get the keys. Permanent armor for my last bomb. That's probably worth it. Gloves, because I'm still looking for the gauntlets for this. Despite the fact that I do like the weapon upgrade level, because that... Wow, I ruined that as hard as I possibly could, and then I got hit by stuff just because I'm just getting hit by stuff now. But if I'm evil, you're stone gauntlets but lighter. Okay. This is attacks on repeat, but this is more trigger attacks. I don't want to pump up my evil just to wear you properly, even though it would save me 15 weight capacity. I might just take you. You give me more chances to trigger. You give me another trigger. So... I have a bunch of golds, right? I have 58 golds. So, I wouldn't say a bunch, but... Alright, you're talking about gold dice. In which case, yeah, I have a bunch of gold dice, but... I'm not going to re-roll on floor 5. Do I want to give myself some safety health? Probably should. I've met me. Ouch. I will need to get rid of all of these curses, but at the same time... Infusion effect, we do have a permanent infusion, so that's better than usual. Power's always pretty good, but, you know what? We rarely have a permanent infusion. We'll get the infusion effect. I consider bombing the next one, but I think I'm just gonna remove my curses at the next tavern with all this extra bank I've been rolling in. Assuming that I can get the correct person. Not even gonna take Santa. We're gonna... Alright, come on. I'm gonna get my last lawful here. I should do this. Oh, come on, before I go downstairs. Because I don't think I've been to one yet, and I don't want to get that extra evil. Oh, well now I got to. So now, if I didn't already do this, I'm gonna spend extra money. I already did, so we're fine. Then... Alright, now we're curse free. Don't forget the chest. I mean, I am using it, but I could sell it, sure. Taser. Flex +1 stack of shock per upgrade level. That's not really that necessary. You know what? We have so many golden chests, or golden keys. The laser rifle. Each point of intelligence gives us extra attack speed. Which, so this one really wants us to have high int, and it wouldn't work with quivers. So that's another consideration. And it is only, its baseline as fast as the rapid fire bow. But then I wouldn't get the extra trigger, so I don't think I go for that one. One more. Okay. This isn't fast attacking, but it's got a guaranteed trigger for lightning. So that's interesting. It's crappy, but we can re-enchant it. It would be all of my money, so I would have to consider some options here. Also, I should, the bare minimum, sell that. And I'm going to sell that too. There's also the super illegal gun parts, which I think I would really like to get if I can afford them. But that's specifically for a gunner cannon, so that means that I would have to figure stuff out here. The super illegals, 43 gold. It's a lot. And it only works on guns or cannons, so my bow situation would have to change. This shoots much slower. I think I want to stick with the fast attack speed stuff, so this would be nice if I can think that I would get like a Gatling gun later, but eh. So I think instead we'll do that. You know what? I'll sell that too. And then we'll move on. We did get a lot of treasure find there. That is true. I guess we can get a couple of bombs. I don't want to spend a key for that dex. We don't have boots, so we can look for boots. Gunfire DLC character has been revealed. Very nice. I'll have to look into that at some point. Oh, that bullet didn't hit me. I refuse to believe it. Another legendary, and it's another legendary that I can't easily use because it's the shield. If I have at least 30 dexterity, extra dash, meh. The strength boots. God damn it. You know what? Bombardier Quiver. It's another chance on hit to do the thing. Which is weirdly a lower chance to do an explosion arrow that does lower damage. And this one is of a higher rarity. That's actually weird. I guess it's got explosion synergies, but huh. With strength boots, I wouldn't have capacity issues, but I would have issues with leveling unless I remember to take off my boots every time I'm about to level because I want dex traits. It would mean that I would have more strength than anything else. I'd have 23 strength over 20 dex, which means I'd be more likely to find strength than anything else, which is problematic. So there's problems with picking up the strength boots. I'd much rather have like the dex gloves, even though I would still probably rather have the Thunder Grip gauntlet at this point. I could just hold on to them for a while, but then at which point, why maybe hold on to them? It's like my weapon doesn't scale off of it. My explosion damage scaling and my chain lightning damage scaling, I guess, scales off of it. But also, meh. You know, and I'll be greedy. This is what I get for being greedy. Hey, look, Onyx Ring, equip load capacity. You know what? Fine, I'm tired of rerolling. Whatever, man. 20% damage against bosses versus all like the rest of my souls. Yeah, sure, why not? Give me Borger. Alright. fire damage with our explosion damage, which we do some explosion damage with our on hits. But it's not what we're trying to do here. We want more trigger effects, and we want more lucky hit stuff. So none of those. Prodigy will give me some lucky hit chance. I'm tired of trying to reroll, trying to find this perfect thing. This'll do for now. We have a 50% lucky hit chance now. If we find something better, we can reroll that later. Tainted Blood Chest is a little too spicy for my blood right now. Relic Crossbows, too slow, but we'll take it. Now, why can't I get Corrupted Demon Cake? That's all I want. Oh, the old double curse blessing again. Oh, the temptation. Oh, I think I'm gonna take one bomb one, because with Prodigy, curses are a bit scarier than they were a minute ago. Guess I'll take potion effect. Look, I even have one for the road. Pain Blacksmith. Am I sticking with this rapid fire bow until the day I die? I might. At which point, maybe I just start working on upgrading it. Because we do want it upgraded for Trigger Maniac. That said, can't fully upgrade it. So I'll have to come back with more money, which means I should probably just go get more money. Don't need tainted potions. So do I just take the blessing, or do I roll trying to get a tainted something better? Then I think that's just a matter of how greedy do I want to be. Arduin says blessing. Alright. Hey, plus 25% trigger damage. Hard to say no to that. We just invested in the rapid fire bow, but we can still look at ranged weapon just to see. Could also look to see if there's a better quiver by looking at offhand, but eh. Yeah, we'll just look. We'll look to look. Ow. 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 That hurt a lot. On hit, 30% chance to trigger a lightning bolt. Alright, that's kind of cool. It hits only half as fast as the rapid fire bow, but it's another on hit trigger for lightning stuff. Well, we'll compare. So slower, but extra trigger chance. Or faster to trigger more things. A conundrum. Well, we'll test it out in a room, just to see how we feel about it. I don't know if I like that better. Ooh, the double decks. Repair powder, sure. Keep getting money for the next time we see the blacksmith. This one I think I can pretty happily roll. You know what, I'll do it again. Really? Treasure rock? I have one key, but you know what? I'm just gonna take the dexterity and get the level. I'm sick of rolling. I considered the double treasure rock just because I was like, oh, it's still one bomb, but yeah. Each stack of shock gives us crit hit damage taken. We are doing a lot of shocking. It's not necessarily what we're going for, but we're running low on reroll dice. But it's not what we're going for. Alacrity. Shoot even faster. If I can find the ice blessing chance on hit, I think that's all of the chance on hit, or the trigger chance traits. And then I'll have one on my quiver. Potentially have one on this bow if I wanted to use that bow. Ow. 50% chance for ranged attacks to repeat. I mean, that's not bad. And the other part of the set is, of course, the gloves. So these are competing sets. Unless I find a very specific legendary accessory. Oh, why do you have to be a soul forge? I have the money to upgrade my bow the last time, but not at a soul forge. Either ice trigger or lucky hit proc 3 times. Yeah, pretty much those are the things that I would like to find. Weapon upgrade level is excellent for us because that goes with Trigger Maniac. Improving our int improves the odds of finding the ice trigger, so we'll do that. I guess we don't have boots, so I guess we're looking at boots. Like, could you just stand still for 2 seconds? Well, there's the Thunder Grip gauntlets. Oh, that gives me upgrade level to a lightning weapon, which I could switch to the Storm Cloud to make that work. Because I'm going to lose 2 from this, but I'll gain 1 back if I go back up to that. That's specifically with guns and cannons. It saves me a lot of weight. It's true, but weight's not my problem at the moment. Well, I guess because I have this Onyx ring, once I replace that, it would probably be a problem. Yeah. So that means that this is technically slightly more optimal. Unless I can get a lightning enchantment on this rapid fire bow. Extra companion capacity, I don't have one. I could have maybe got it and hoped to find an electric eel. Now I'll find an electric eel and feel bad about it, but that's how it goes. Trait Tomes is tempting, but it's almost certainly going to give me stuff I don't want, because that's how that goes. Cursed Blessing, I have a Purging Stone on hand. The boss reward offer, it is. Chloroblast bow. Not exactly what I was looking for, but tainted bratwurst. I mean, this weapon is fine. Like, I'm not going to hard reroll for a better weapon when the weapon I have is perfectly serviceable. I'll take a peek in here just for funsies. 2 keys is nice, but 3 decks. Why couldn't you be the tainted one? Tainted broccoli. All right. Storm Cloud +6. Oh, time to fish. Here's where I'm gonna get my electric eel. Time to break this thing. There we go. Well, I'll make some money back no matter what I do. Is there a chance for that? I think there is, but don't take my word for it. I think we just get rid of all the additional riffraff that we don't need. In fact, I'm gonna get rid of you too, just for the extra money. So yeah, don't do any physical damage anymore. Well, actually, no. The basic bow is still physical damage. But I'll be back. I want to enchant it first, just to see what we can find here. Unreal. Plus 25% attacks. All right. Fair enough. I could sit down here and use more gold dice, but I don't think I will. You are the attack speed guy, are you not? Yes. Alright, 3 for now, 2 for the road. Considering this was the slower bow, that's not bad. It's not bad at all. Blood shrine or money. I will refill my flasks. And then I guess I don't need money anymore. This is fully upgraded. This is probably my final weapon. It is enchanted. I've used the nurse for the last time. We're at floor 9. So you say blood malter or gold. I'm thinking red dye. And you know what? I'll get the 2 keys because we could use keys. The petrified mana is not bad either, but yeah, shops is money need, but once you're past floor 10, then the only shop that's available only deals in souls. Eh. Oh, that didn't hit me. How dare you? Orbital speed, close range, poison. I'm gonna take this iron ring, and it's so depressing. Dexterity. Uh, 30% damage against bosses. That is much better, right? Honestly, I'll take one of these probably just to... Well, I might open it. We're getting to the point where I can hold on to potions for a while. The Curse Shrine is very tempting in a scary kind of way. God, stop getting hit by dumb stuff. Oh, +2 chain lightning chains. And then I'm gonna get another curse. Accumulating curse before my last level is a little scary because it's going to ruin my life right now. But here goes. Well, there's illusion of control. Modifiers to lucky hit chance also applies to your crit hit damage at 150% value. I mean, my lucky hit chance is only 50%, and it's always 50%, so I think that's fine. But my crit chance is only 15%. I could increase that. So it's like, eh. It's not what I was looking for, but we'll take it. Any obsidian dies? Yes. 1. That's a spicy meatball, but the spice must flow. Well, there's the marksman gloves for the other set. I can use my powder. It's true. Ow. Hey, look, I'll get that health right back, along with some stats about it. Hey, look, I have boots. I don't think I need the Litrobe right now. Funny, but what if I wanted to forget to set up today's video? This is a video that I want to do well, but if latest trends are to be believed, it won't do as well as I want. But everyone should watch today's video 100 times each. Not doing ailments, so yeah. Well, I guess I am doing ailments. I'm doing lightning ailments. What is that, per type of ailment or per stack of ailment? Gotta ask ourselves the important questions here. Type, which is 1. Putting lightning on them. I'm gonna shock. Legendary item. Alright, this is where all of my gold dice are going. I got 3 gold dice. I'm looking very specifically. If I can get my set matching accessory, we're gonna be in the business. I tried to use my ability and then it didn't go for whatever reason, and then I immediately got hit twice. How about now? Can you hear me now? That is not the thing that I'm looking for. Although, Spoon Pendant, admittedly, is quite tempting. Hard spoon. Because we do nothing but trigger damage all the time, forever. But this is my one opportunity to really fish for what I'm looking for. I will regret this decision, I'm sure. Ranged attacks lightning damage, which is great. If I had the other accessory to go with this, oh, it'd be so good. On dash, trigger more lightning stuff. Neat. +1 to weapon upgrade level. That could be an alright consolation prize, considering that also increases our trigger damage and our weapon damage. Yeah, I kind of wish I got the spoon, but I'm gonna settle. Got a +7 weapon. Look, I'm saving that golden die for this boss fight right here. It's gonna matter. Oh, trade tomes. Hold on. So you're saying there's a chance? Explosion damage inflict vulnerability. That's actually not terrible. Or fire damage to our explosion damage. Well, the vulnerability makes them take more damage. We're not really super crit based, so I could get rid of Illusion of Control. Prodigy has been boosting our cursed hits, which is a little unfortunate. But obviously, we take these four for sure, and then it's between these two. Our only lucky hit chance is coming from Prodigy, so we would have to get rid of Illusion Control before Prodigy, because it makes no sense. I can Obsidian die first. You are correct. Electric City. It's sort of the same thing, just in a different format. And that was our only one, so. Exploitative explosions it is. But everything we look at now becomes vulnerable. And then they take more damage from everything else. Oh, tainted extra lucky hit chance. Hard to say no to that. I can improve my crit chance, or I can just deal more damage with the non-critical hits, and I feel like I do more not-crits than crits, so I'm just going to do that. And where were those last run? That happens a lot. Just where was X last run? No one knows. Not here. I don't need a pain door to look at equipment for souls, although I could. You know what? You know what? We're gonna... an accessory for +1 weapon upgrade level, which is technically more trigger damage. And another tainted golden clover, which is real nice. There's an argument for this. Give me more trigger damage. It would mean 30% less damage against bosses, but 10% more trigger damage on all of my triggers, which is... And, you know, more weapon damage. It's probably not as good as the Skull Ring against bosses. So, yeah. I'll save the souls. I might need them. A lot more lucky hit chance, which means that I could probably... Well, it's only 20% more. I was going to say I can get rid of that, but yeah, probably not. Can y'all please stop murdering my face? It hurts. Oh, I tainted trigger damage. Oh, what the hell hit me there? We're fine. Everything's fine. Everything's a-okay. Okay. We're gonna get a legendary right here. Dang it. Well, that was unfortunate. Alright, Gary. Alright. Equip load capacity, I think it's a little bit too late for that. Well, our last golden die. Away it sends. I mean, that doesn't work on offhand. I count as standing still. Someone said they wanted a cloud build. Well, here it is. Cloud. I am Cloud. I am a lightning cloud. Of course, I hate it when the rainbow potion gives me a potion or a buff that I already have. Alright. I don't need more keys, so for trigger damage wins every time. Oh man, look at all that tainted companion damage. Guess I'll get 2 bombs about it. I guess I'll continue to not buff my non-existent companion damage. Then I'll grab a key just in case. Extra trait tomes. Hold on. Maybe. Illusion of control again. Teachings of intelligence is the only int one, and it's not the one we're looking for. Could increase my crit chance by a lot, but meh. Sad. Well, I guess I'll just repair my armor about it. And alright, it's time to shoot this guy a lot. This is it. This is the end. Got him. Not exactly the build I was intending to make, but it seems that it's rarely the build I'm intending to make. But at least we got to the end with this one. Someone did ask for a pet build earlier, and I plan to oblige. I just have to decide if I'm going Necroman or Druidman. Let's see. Do neither. Pirate. It's been longer since I've done Druid, I suppose, so we'll do Druid. And then summon a companion. It's gotta be the wolves first. We're gonna summon all of them, but wolves first. Thank you very much for the 100 basic address. Good necromancer would be a bit funny. It's true, I have to be good now. Yeah, we'll do strength int. There's a plus companion in strength. There's more companions in strength. Alright. Check this out. Boom. One int. And then Boom. Strength. And there's actually two strength. Excellent. And then I don't have anything for you, Mr. Ranged Target. Do shapeshifts count? Do any of the shapeshifts count as ranged? That's a great question. Slashing, radiant. It does say monkey ranged. It does say monkey ranged. Hold on a second. I didn't necessarily want or need the dex, but I've never gotten full use out of that event, and I just had to do it. None of these are pet-related. Ancestral Aid technically is more friends, so, I'll grab that one. Finally, time for the banana emoji. Now's my time. Alright. Easy peasy. Armor, movement speed, poison damage to weapon, which is a quiver. I'll just get safety. Gotta get all the friendos. Oh, we even started with the good that we need? Let's see, we gotta summon all of our companions first. Let's go bear. Equip load capacity, just in case, even though there's some big beef right here. Although, I feel like int should still be my primary stat, so it's a little scary having higher strength than int right now. Ruby 1, Disintegration, Scepter, Zephyr. Maybe we'll go like Disintegration Scepter. It's the laser pointer that I'm going to get all of the pets towards. Int, yes. Charms for gold. I'll just get the gold. More ints, that'll put us even with strength. Alright, the game's helping me out here a little bit. We'll go helmet, and there's some pet forward helmets. Hey, Puppeteer Mask. Extra stats from companions. Alright then. And then the old good stop. I'll spend all of my souls just to get the 3 good. I need to find the voodoo doll for the Legion of Pets. I haven't seen the voodoo doll in so long. Like, long enough where I'm like, are you sure it's still in the game? Alright, now we got the eagle, so we're maxed out on the number of pets. And now we just level up wolves forever, because the wolves strengthen all of our other pets. Don't really want any of these. Strong together, baby! Which doesn't help me right now, because that doesn't affect these kinds of pets. I need to find my own pet. But once I do, I'll have more of it. The Druid Sickles does seem pretty on point. Fishing booty. Fish here are more expensive than I'm used to. I overspent. No. Just get money for now. The only strength one I want left is the +1 companion, and I already have 9 strength. I don't think I take that. It's controversial, but I'm not going to take it. A Phalanx Shield, Maiden Dress, these are all things that I would take. Absolutely. My companion's critical hit chance is equal to my critical hit chance. I mean, it's companion related, although the dice pendant is tempting. But let my pets crit. Alright. We're going to be leveling up our wolves. I'm going to take the chocolate. I'm going to lower the dex and increase my int. Got key. Key's fine. I walked right into that. Oh, the old agony staff. It's all two-handed, so I'm not going to use it because Spirit Talisman is cooking. Oh, freaking chink. Fine, but this is the last one. Stop offering me shanks. Oh, that's a cheap curse removal. We like that. Firework launcher. I suppose that's fine for now. You know what? I'll risk it on the contraband. Plus 100% stats from companions is better than my druid coat. All right. So 25% companion damage per wolf right now. I felt that sneeze coming and I couldn't stop it. Stop offering me strength. Thank you, everybody. Trait tomes. Maybe I can find what I'm looking for early. Sneaky hit chance. Thermological echo. Not really. We'll catch our int back up here. Melee weapon or offhand. Let's go for accessory. The companions always hate the robots. They always go after the robots first. Alrighty. Okay, this is 100% stats from charms. I was gonna say, if you're the set bonus one, I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna be happy, but the fact that you showed up late, I would have been upset. But you know what? No, that's fine. Like, I don't have any good charms yet. I've never been particularly charming. None of these are particularly good. So I think I'll hold on to my souls for now. Find some good charms to double up on. Does it double up on the companion capacity one? Because that'd be really nice. We have a key for the giant treasure chest. Oh, Coffee Now's got more of his coffee now. Oh, we got the puppeteer gloves. Excellent. So now modifiers of my companion's damage also affect me. It's not terrible. Do I get the int over the key? I'm gonna. Companion damage for mana container we have. I mean, that is companion related, so I guess we'll do that, and we'll spend souls on getting mana up, I suppose. Look, if you want to advertise coffee things, you could use exclamation point coffee, I'm just saying. I'll take a couple of the inconsequential ones right now. Trait tomes! We always hope for hopes and dreams, and then we look and we get sad. And look at that. I've looked and I'm sad. Nah. I'll get a little curse, and I'll fix it later. Plenty of bombs. We don't have plenty of money. I'll poke my head in here. It's only one for 17 gold. But I'll do it, gosh darn it. Alrighty. It is indeed the bee gun. That's why it's going to sit there for the rest of its days. Dang. I rolled because I was hoping to find companion, because I really need to get a companion going here. I just let that hit me. What am I doing? Damage against fiends, movement speeds. Don't really like any of these, but I don't know if I want to gold die something so inconsequential. Little spicy, but I have to get more mana for my mana beacon. Beetles are more pet-centric, although that scales off of dex sum, and I'm not using any dex. Inflicts beetles. Which does poison. The Snow Angel wand is enchanted better, so it'll sell better. Yeah, indeed. In fact, I'll pawn it now to save the inventory space. And it's the only thing I have here to pawn. Was it worth it? Probably not. Tomes are like friendos. Oh no, tomes are actually like things. Nothing that I'm looking at though, or looking for. Tavern. I guess I'll go in here first before I reroll, just because I know I'm gonna reroll, because I want to look for decursifier person. Did not find them. Radiant damage inflicts all kinds of stuff. Neat. Gains attack speed from power, which I don't have any power, but it's a blasting one. That sounds awesome. You're so tempting, but I can't do it. I can't do it. Can I get the curse fixer? Is it possible? Yay. I'll even take 1 or 2 for the road. Alright. Low on red dice, so meh. Oh, companions! Yes. Alright. We're going to get friendos. I got it at the last second. Movement speed, lucky hit chance, attack speed with swords, chill effect. We can probably do better than that. And if we, as someone once said, if we can find the voodoo dolls, that would be hilarious. Gazer tentacles. Oh, we can be anti-dexterity, full int. Crit chance. Extra damage per mana container I have, which is not terrible. Do we settle or do we? And I mean, this is our big one, so. You can do a lot worse than 3 tigers. It's true, but I'm gonna go just for the shoot for the moon. I wrote, hey, look, jellyfish, extra stacks of shock, poison duration. Yeah, I goofed. I goofed bad. I should have. Well, the jellyfish, I get more of them, so got that going for me, I guess. Just wanted more pets. That's all. That's all I wanted. I also should have filled my flasks in the tavern because I have to get more mana for more damage. It's the rules. You know what? I'm gonna do that just because I'm scared. Oh, and I got it back. It's the circle of life or something. I have extra curse removals. Curse blessings could be companion stats, companion damage, stuff like that. It's not, but it could have been. You know what? With all of our jellyfish, stacks of shock, baby. I don't have any sellables, despite the fact that my inventory is just so full. Use my last key on hopes and dreams. Nope. More like nopes and dreams. Get these fish and chips. Right, consumables. Small gift box, some resin, dexterity. Yeah, well, I don't really don't need to use, so I don't know. Don't really need the accessory, but I don't need anything else, and I don't have any red dice right now. I wish I knew what my pet's priority was, and why they choose the priorities that they do. I mean, Angel Boots is better than my peg leg and is going to be consistently better than my peg leg, so there's that. Last bomb. These are doubled in effectiveness, but do I care at all? Don't think I do. Where's my companion charm? I don't have any keys, but I'm behind enough on strength where this doesn't feel so bad. All right. Well, now you're pushing it, game. Now it's close again. All right. Static blows is interesting based on what we got going on, but it's not exactly what I'm looking for, and yet here we are again. Dang it. Potential for being re-rolled in the future, I suppose. The pawn shop gives me space, but Curse Blessing could give me more pet stuff. Easy, jerk. Trade tomes is tempting, but you're gonna give me something terrible. I'll take the int. It's fine. And then I'll take the int some more. And then I guess I'm gonna take the curse, and I no longer have curse removal, so I'm just gonna eat this curse. Can't open that up. Let's get a key about it. I'll get some money about it. Don't want either of these things about it, but oh, there's the 20 dexterity gloves. Now that I don't want them. Why do you do this to me, game? 40% tick speed for my disintegration beam, I guess, for now, until I find something better, which would be almost anything. Epic weapon. Burn things. Power if I have a lot of intelligence. Damage per gold I have, which is yeah, not what I'm doing really. Yeah. Okay. Not what I'm looking for. That's definitely a reroll potential in the future. You know what? Extra boss reward offer. Don't have a ton of money, but I do want some reroll dice. He does have some champagne, but I don't have enough money for that to be truly relevant long term. So I think I just take this and go, and I eat these curses. Oh, hey, look, the Dartling gun and a Magitech hammer. Don't have enough money to do anything at the blacksmith. suits, I suppose. Oh, well, good old Nesglect. Mana recovery per mana container I have. Attack speed, that could be okay. Sometimes I ask myself very important questions. Always Bef the pups, buff the pets. You can't word. Bep. Remember to bep the pep. Oh, no bombs for there. But we can pawn some things. Oh, making some good headway in the cleanings. I feel like my weapon is probably fine for what I'm doing, but I could take a peek. Yeah, I should have kept my key. Well, Arcane Familiar is another pet. Alright, so now I think we attempt to reroll some things. Savage Wounds now. Dreamer. That does give me a lot of power. But, it's not about me. Entropy. Modifiers to your mana recovery also apply to my damage over time. Well, shame. Certainly could have been better. If I put that on, because I have this mystical belt, it will give me plus 20 curse. That's a spicy meatball. Think this game's AI hates me? Oh, it definitely does. 1000%. Could get that key, but eh. No, it's already +3. I can't use it. Sad. You know what? I don't have any golden dice, but I'll re-roll on pets just to see if I can find like a more numerous pet. Six leeches, which is the same. 3 falcons, 3 shrimps, and 3 snails. Nope. Jellyfish, it shall remain. Because I have no golden dice to reroll. And a partridge in a pear tree. I'll get the key just in case. My crit chance is 38%, which means that my pet's crit chance is also 38%. Yeah, crit damage is probably not bad in that case. Yeah, I'll grab another potion, why not? Well, it's one that I can drink immediately because I already have that one. If I find something that scales on Curse, I can just throw this Abyssal Charm on and I will be off to the races. Additional potion effect would give me more power and attack speed. More intelligence gives me more crit, which gives my pets more crit. And power is just, you know, it's good. I'm gonna go the in route. And then it's the one that helps the pets out the most. I'll pop my head in here because something like that is powered up by that, and that's pretty good. Okay. This tick speed one admittedly is not doing anything, but right now. But meh. Curse blessing. Alright. With this, we're gonna have over 40 int. So that's gonna bring our offense, our crit chance up to 46, which brings my pet's crit chance up to 46. We do have a red die. We have a couple red dies. Legendary? Or we can keep trying to live our dream. I keep saying that, but I think the jellyfish are doing a lot of work. that I'm not giving them the proper credit for. But more pet, more better. And 3 boars, 6 spiders. Oh, extra crit damage. Actually, you know, we could spoder it. Mistletoe and goblins. There's an argument for spoders. I wouldn't get as much shock going on, but the crit damage would go wild. Now, our crit damage is significantly higher with our pretty high crit chance. We just don't have the shock action. The shaction. And then level up the wolves one more time for even more companion damage. We can take all of our potions now. We can take our infusion now. And now we get even more crit chance because why not? Our pets will find and they will conquer. Higher crit chance with higher int. I'm gonna get the soul heart because I just have to exist. Keys because I don't have too many options there. Although I think I still have a red die or two if I really wanted to. But I'm just kind of cruising at this point. Weapon upgrade level, I suppose. I'll do more burn damage that way. Armor and aura radius, or enchantments from weapons, which my weapon is not enchanted, and also I need those gloves, so go away. But the magic find, I know. I'm sorry to disappoint. Alright, here we go. Pack of animals versus Angelwomon, and like a mini Grim Reaper. And 2 robots. Your typical day in Digimonland. Ow. Hold still so that my pets can punch you. Thank you. Oh, I have to attune to it. I won't be super cursed going in here. Alright. 2 out of the 3 of our runs were A-okay. Two out of the 3 good runs. We are Legion, we are pets. We could have had more pets, but the game wasn't being nice. We didn't get the plus pets from the strength tree. We didn't get plus pets, the charm. There's a couple other things that we could have found. But oh well. The game was on one today. It was. But that's a good place of wrapping it up. I hope everybody enjoyed the stream. I hope everybody has a great rest of the day. YouTube video will be out in about a half hour. Always make sure to go check that out. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.